One. Good evening. Welcome to the Westwood Club. My name is Bill Gilliam with Choice Entertainment. It's my honor and pleasure to be here and be a part of Corrie and Bobby's wedding reception. Was it a pretty ceremony? Yeah. It was beautiful. They looked awesome. Yeah. All right. You guys ready to help bring in our VIPs? Yeah. I'm going to give you permission to make a little bit of noise. Okay, you can put your hands together. You can dance if you want. You can do anything you want. Are you guys with me? No, I gotta hear it. Are you with me? There you go. Here we go. First, we have Corrie's friend from Bryan Parkway, also known as the third Mixon daughter, Margaret Bellier, with Bobby's Kappa Sigma fraternity brother and the REO frat wagon himself, Richie Oliver. Please welcome Margaret and Richie. Corrie's friends since preschool. They lost touch and then reconnected for good in high school. Allison Francis with a younger Kappa Sig frat brother who was also the moral compass for the group. Adam Lindbergh. Please welcome Allison and Adam. Now Abby's older sister and a great friend who spent time on a mission trip with Corrie where they shared a tent together in Zanzibar. Christy Smith with Bobby's left frat hand man and fellow wine snob, Bryn Swartz Esquire. Christy and Bryn. Corrie's best friend going back to the 6th grade at Moody Middle School, and despite busy lives, they always pick back up right where they left off. Katie Tuckweiler with Bobby's friend who came to the... Before we go any further, folks, I have to tell you a little story about how we all ended up here today. Our story begins back on October 30th, 2009, Corrie's 3rd day of clinic for nursing school, when she met Bobby as they transported a patient together for a procedure. Bobby, being the talkative type that he is, made some good small talk in the elevator. Where you from? Where'd you go to school? Etc. They discovered they were the same age and had similar college experiences at U of R and Randolph-Macon. They parted after dropping off the patient, and after the procedure, before they could even call for the transport, there was Bobby waiting in the hallway, ostensibly to be sure the patient was safely returned, but I think we know better. The patient was safely returned, and before they parted again, Bobby asked Corrie if she dated anyone, to which she replied very flatly, "I'm way too busy for that right now." Undaunted, our man Bobby replied, "Well, maybe I'll see you around sometime." And he left the room. 20 minutes later, a nursing assistant came into the room and said, I quote, "Yo girl, what's your name? My friend Robert is trying to holla at you." She was really only a few steps ahead of Bobby, who returned to ask if Corrie would be interested in going to dinner one night. She agreed and gave Bobby her phone number. Well, finally, a week later, he called, and on November 10th, 2009, they had their first date at Strawberry Street Cafe. Corrie drove herself, being the smart, independent young lady that she is. He hadn't passed the test yet. She was happy just to get a free meal and keep things on a purely friendly basis. But then again, as the night went on, she had a nice time and discovered they had a lot in common. Bobby had a good time too, but came away with a slightly different feeling. He promptly called his friend on the way home and said, "I'm going to marry her." A little premature, but I like his style. Then came a second date, more good conversation and a good time. Corrie announced that she just wanted to hang out, nothing major. And of course, Bobby lied and said that's all he wanted to. But our man persisted, and more dates ensued. And by Thanksgiving, when Bobby was away in England for a week, Corrie found herself thinking about Bobby in their next date. She was falling for him. And on December 9th, 2009, they went to Lewis Skinner Botanical Gardens to see the lights and sealed the deal with a first kiss. Bobby's kind heart finally got to Corrie, and a couple weeks later, as they stood out in the snow, it was Corrie who asked Bobby if he would be her boyfriend. So that was an easy answer for Bobby, don't you think, since he knew from the first date that she was the one. And over time, conversations turned to the future and hypothetical discussions about life together, marriage, and the possibility of moving together when Bobby started med school. It was time to propose marriage, And Bobby did the smart, honorable thing and sought approval first from Corrie's sister Sarah. Still smart. And once clearing that major hurdle, on to her father, Craig. A plan was hatched, and on December 10th, 2010, Bobby took Corrie back to Lewis Ginter Botanical Garden, a lot easier to say than you think, and the gazebo where they had stopped to talk and look at the lights the year before. He asked, "Will you?" And she said, "Yes." And then out from the nearby bushes sprang friends and family to congratulate them. The date was picked as it fell just between nursing school graduation and Cindy's birthday, which is tomorrow. And after a year of planning and preparation and excitement, here we are to celebrate these two, their uncommon love for one another and their marriage. Please join me in welcoming our guests of honor, Mr. and Mrs. Robert Sim Callinan. Keep it going. Corrie and Bobby. I have been asked by these two to kind of offer an official welcome. I think it would only be appropriate if we brought up Corrie's first boyfriend, don't you? Right? Is that right? Oh wait, that's me. I am Corrie's first boyfriend, ladies and gentlemen. I met her on a cold December night in 1985. She was a gurgling, beautiful little infant on Bryant Park Avenue, and I was just moving in 2 doors down, and I met her. She didn't know it at the time, and I didn't know that I was going to get to be her first boyfriend. But we lived next door to each other for 20 years. We shared a lot of things. We shared Christmases and birthdays and Easters and skin knees and surgeries and everything else that you can share, and we are a family. And I'm very proud and happy to be part of this day and be part of the Williams family and the Mixon family and the Cully family now. And it's just my great honor to be here. And I want you guys to do me a favor. Here's what you have to do for the rest of the night. You need to enjoy this beautiful place, enjoy the great food. Please visit the bartender as often as you're able to get there. And I want to see you on the dance floor a little bit later. Is that okay? Can you guys do that? One more time, let's hear it for Corrie and Bobby.